stories up. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
And don't say, hey, everybody.
I know. I feel like the running bit is that I always mess up the intro, so I'm going to try and do it normal. What am I supposed to say? Just welcome? Or no?
Hello, welcome to the... Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Hello, welcome to the Mannschrecks. I'm JJ.
And I'm Sarah.
And we're here to visit that place where you go to... What's the phrase? To get away from all the things that have a point. The world is kind of dark and scary and full of terrible news. Oh my gosh, the news is
literally dark
awful.
And scary, or
it is dark. It's been cloudy and rainy in October.
Well, and it's also nighttime. So.
Arrived, and yeah, it's late, and the world is dark. I don't understand what happens when the big shiny ball in the sky goes away.
You're supposed to sleep.
All right, let's. Before we begin, I have two quick. It's not really like, I don't even know what you call this. Okay, first is just an update.
Okay.
I wanted to give an update on Fat Bear Week. Was that last week or 2 weeks ago?
That was at least 3 weeks ago.
Was it a while ago?
Yeah.
Okay, so Fat Bear Week, you remember, because of the government shutdown, they were like worried that they wouldn't do it, but the government didn't shut down.
Yes.
And so, female bear 128 Grazer, that's her name. She won after stuffing salmon in her face. It was not close. She got over 100,000 votes. Number 2 got like 20,000 votes.
Oh, wow. That's significant.
It's like, she's beautiful. She's this big, huge mama bear. She has had two, like they track all these bears, right? Okay. There's thousands of them, but they track all of them. So they know this bear. She's had 2 litters in previous years. She's raised babies before.
Right.
But there were no babies with her this year. But she has developed a reputation as a very fierce mama bear. And so everybody gave her a wide berth, and she got all the salmon she wanted. And she's much bigger than that other guy.
Oh, wow.
The other guy's name was like Chunky or something like that.
Nice.
And he was not. I mean, he was fine. He was a big boy. But this mama bear is huge. So congratulations to Bear 128 Grazer.
Nice. Nice.
The other thing, okay, so this isn't a news story, right? And that's why I'm like sneaking it in, because it's not a real news story. It's just that there's a thing that happens, and I think it's amazing. And because we reference the Office TV show a lot on this podcast, I feel like we needed to know this.
Okay.
There is an annual Office-themed 5K held in Scranton, Pennsylvania every year.
Is it called the Michael Scott's Fun Run?
It is. It's called the Michael Scott Fun Run.
Nice.
And they all dress up like the Office characters to run. So there was like a lady who dressed like Kevin in an oversized suit with a bald cap, and she carried a metal chili pot.
Yeah, nice. Of course.
And there were people who dressed like Andy with the yellow, and but there was a prison Mike with the purple bandana, and
that would be fun.
It looked so fun, and it was back in May, right?
Oh, okay.
It wasn't like recent, so it's not a real news story.
Sure.
But just, I'm so happy.
It's worth noting.
I never really thought about it, but I'm sure Scranton, Pennsylvania has like become like Office Central, right? Because that TV show has been such a tourist thing, you know?
Yeah.
So anyways, congratulations to Fat Bear, and there is a 5K, and you can look up pictures if you guys want to. There's no story, like nothing happened other than, hey,
it exists.
It exists. And it's months old. It already happened, but next May, if you ever want to go,
let's go to Scranton.
All right. So that's enough of the others, but are you ready to approach the news desk?
I am.
With our real news stories.
I don't know if this is real news. All right. So the title of this news story is "Flight is Delayed by Mosquito Swarm in the Passenger Cabin." Just sounds unfortunate.
Mosquitoes in the airplane.
It says a flight from Guadelahara to Mexico City was delayed for more than 2 hours due to a mosquito infestation aboard the plane.
Oh my gosh, that is a nightmare. Like people have fear of flying. I don't have a fear of flying, but being trapped in a tube with a swarm of mosquitoes with nowhere to go to get away, that's pretty
Sounds awful.
Oh my gosh.
It just says this flight was scheduled to depart at 4:30 p.m. but had to be delayed until 6:59 p.m. while the crew and passengers attempted to get rid of the insects.
Oh my gosh, like I don't mind being late. Like it's like, all right, fine, as long as I don't have like a connection that I have to get to or whatever. I don't mind.
What an obnoxious reason to have to be stuck for 2 hours though. Like,
but yeah.
Ugh. Just, it says video recorded by passengers shows mosquitoes being swatted by passengers and sprayed with bug spray by flight attendants. Once the mosquitoes dissipated, the lights were turned off the mosquitoes dissipated once the lights were turned off in the passenger compartment. So once they turned the lights off, the mosquitoes just dissipated.
Yeah, they go. I assume if you like leave the door open or whatever and turn the lights off, they will go for the light.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, a lot like flies and other bugs. But apparently, it says the Guadelahara International Airport is located with near heavy vegetation and a lot of flood water, so it makes for an ideal mosquito breeding ground, which is just gross. Like, yeah.
Oh man, that's a mess.
So weird. So yeah, that happened in Mexico.
Wow.
And it sounds awful.
It does. Oh my gosh, it's just the nightmare. I gotta imagine like certain areas, and I don't know anything about Guadalajara, but like mosquitoes just love wet, hot, humid. You know, so if it's been raining a lot or whatever, maybe the airport's in a swamp.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like standing water, like if there's a lot of trees and ponds and stuff. Ugh.
That's a big thing. And actually, so I was warned that was a big thing at our church, the Aldersgate church that we're at in Saginaw, because it has this like big, whatever that's called, like a retention,
it's like a drainage
thing. And there's one on the back edge of the property. And I was told, it gets really swampy back there. It gets really gross.
It was really bad in the spring when all of the rain hit and everything.
It flooded big
we
time.
went there in April and May, and it was like a big pool.
Yep. But then I was told in the summertime that water turns into mosquito.
Yep.
Like
any kind of
really
standing
bad.
water, it's breeding grounds.
But it actually wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
At least I didn't have any mosquito
Well, we didn't really have any
experiences.
interaction with being outside that much.
And when we did, there was like a week or two where we had the kids camp and the kids were there and we were outside a lot.
By August, though,
but it was
so
hot and it was dry, and so it was like I was warned. Like they prepped me. They were like, "It's going to be really bad. We have to call in mosquito." They bombed the whole area and everything. And I was like, "Okay, we're ready to do that when we need to," and we just didn't need to. Like it just never came up. But I can't imagine an airport and it's like
being inside an airplane with just a million mosquitoes.
It's like snakes on a plane, but less deadly.
I was gonna say snakes on a plane is
annoying.
way worse, but mosquitoes on a plane is pretty bad.
Florida road crew discover 19th century boat buried under the road.
What?
So in St. Augustine, Florida, a road crew was digging. Construction workers in Northeast Florida have unearthed a piece of a 19th century history buried beneath the oldest city in the United States.
Wow.
The Department of Transportation crews were digging as part of an ongoing drainage improvement project in downtown St. Augustine. So they're digging under the road, trying to improve drainage. And October 5th, when they discovered a nearly intact vessel hidden in the dirt.
That's pretty cool.
Under the road. Like, that's so fun.
That's really cool. Was it like a Spanish galleon or something?
Yeah,
like that?
The shipwreck boat, found more than 8 feet below ground, was fully removed and put into wet storage by Wednesday, the department officials said. This just happened last week.
Okay.
The fishing boat was found on State Road A1A near the Bridge of Lions in the city known as the oldest continuously occupied settlement of European and African American origin in the U.S., according to the Historic Cities website. They believe the vessel dates back to around the mid to late 1800s.
That's pretty cool.
Civil War era.
Sure.
Right? We believe the vessel may have sunk unexpectedly and over time was silted in, said Greg Evans, the department's District 2 secretary, in a statement. That's why it was preserved so well. It was encapsulated in soil and mud, so there was no air contact for it to decay. It's truly an incredible find.
That's so random. I can't imagine being on that crew and being like, there's something down here. I'm like hitting something, and it's like, it's a boat.
It's a boat. The Transportation Department contacted SEARCH, which stands for Southeastern Archaeological Research, Inc., which is pretty clever acronym work.
Yeah.
SEARCH, as a part of its drainage improvement project due to the historic nature of the St. Augustine area.
Wow.
They have the nation's largest maritime archaeology team, SEARCH, and it's a cultural research management company made up of archaeologists, architectural historians, conservators, and other experts. So they brought in these people like right away.
Right.
Got to find this thing, and then they got it into wet storage as quick as they could. Sam Turner, principal investigator and maritime archaeologist expert for SEARCH, was on site when the tip of the excavator bucket digging in the trench exposed the water-soaked wood of the unexpected discovery. Sam asked the operator to stop. He got into the hole, gently scraped with his trowel to reveal a gently curving outline of what he immediately identified as the edge of a hull with displaced piece of timber from a frame. So like the excavator guy, he just happened to be on site.
It's super random. I wonder why.
Well, because it's the historic nature of the town. Yeah. They're like, all right, this is a really old town. We're doing this thing. We don't want to mess anything up.
I guess that makes sense, yeah.
But I mean, just the fact that he happened to be there and he's like, wait, stop.
Everybody stop.
Stop. Let me jump down and scrape. And he's like, wait, this is
Can you imagine being part of the crew, though, being like, we got this job to do, and it's like, oh, the historians are here again. It's going to be another 18 hours while they excavate this thing just so that we can work on our drainage issues.
I can absolutely picture that. Like, that would be super annoying if you're a guy and you're just trying to do
It's
the
like
job.
Parks and Rec, where they're like, we planted the Native American artifacts in the Paunchberger site, and they're like, why can't we just dig for this?
Oh, my gosh. They use water and gentle troweling and gloved hands to wash and brush off the mud to expose the fragile wood. So if you're digging and doing a road project, just the sheer fact of the strangeness of the location, right? The fact that the boat is under the road or whatever.
That's absurd.
I would have trouble identifying. It says that he immediately knew what it was. And I'm like, how?
How would
you see
know?
Wood under the ground? I'm going to think like treasure chest before I think
treasure
boat.
Chest. I'm gonna think like old tree stumps or something that have been buried, or look, it's a taproot that's just really old or something. But like a boat.
They believe the flat bottom boat, possibly made of softwood such as pine and cedar, was originally about 28 feet long. It measured 19 feet in length when it was found. So they're like, it probably was a lot bigger, but we lost a big chunk of it. The stern was missing when exposed by excavation, consumed by marine organisms long ago. But it was a well-built boat, possibly constructed by the people who owned and worked it. So it's like a fishing boat from 170 years ago.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy. Mine is less exciting, but funny.
Bring it on. This is what we love.
Female frogs fake their own deaths to avoid unwanted male interaction, study says. I feel like this
I'm trying really hard not
could
to make
speak to
joke.
human women, too. It says...
Fake their own death, though. Not pretend to be sleepy or have a headache, but fake their own.
Dating can consist of great communication, spotty here and there texts, or even ghosting, in which people ignore each other and end a relationship. Now comes a study about female frogs and revelations about how amphibians take ghosting to the next level in their world by playing dead to avoid unwanted male interaction.
Well, that's just good writing. I love it.
This is Fox News.
Way to be.
So apparently there was a study that was published in a European journal that focused on male and female frogs to see... in common frogs to see whether females avoided males in different situations. So apparently they did this research, and there are various levels of avoidance behaviors by female frogs. So there's 3 techniques that they studied, and it was called, the first is called rotating. The second is called
that sounds so complicated.
Release calls, and the third is tonic immobility. So these terms, you're going to learn a lot more about frogs than you ever needed to know.
In like Ron Swanson in the rotating
just ignoring
shelf,
by turning
I'm
away.
not talking to the lady and just turning.
It literally says rotating was defined as female starting to rotate her own body axis when amplexed by a male.
Amplexed, huh?
Amplexus is defined as the mating embrace of amphibians.
Mating embrace.
They had to give the Merriam-Webster dictionary definition of amplexus.
That's just
so
horrifying.
It says release calls were defined as when female is amplexed by the male and she begins to call, making a certain noise.
Well, tonight.
Tonic immobility is the stiffening of a female. The frog will stretch out her arms and legs and act as if she's dead.
Oh, no.
I just can't.
That's amazing.
So apparently the first method was found to be the most common, used by about 83% of females. The second method was done by about 48% of the females. And the third was done about 33% of the time. But there was a combination of factors.
33%, like a third of the time.
And apparently usually the tactics and ways these frogs, did these was all based on their size. Usually smaller female frogs will tend to put up a fuss. So I just the study began in 2019 and was released this year. So they've been studying these frogs for 4 years.
Mating practices of uninterested female frogs.
I just love this. It says the study indicated that male frogs may harass, coerce, or intimidate females into mating. I feel like This is weirdly mirroring
matching with our culture.
human life. Anyway, I just thought that was the dumbest / most hilarious. Like, can you imagine being like, we're going to study frogs for 4 years to see how the females react
this one
to...
doesn't seem to enjoy it very much. She keeps rotating.
And this one is just playing dead all the time. Why is this one always...
Well, and I guess, and I don't know that much about, like, different mating practices and stuff, but it's like, the female frogs want to be pregnant, right? Like that's part of their instincts. Right?
I mean, that's all animals' instinct,
right? And so they're like, yeah, we want that. And I know that like with birds of paradise or whatever, they're very particular, very choosy. The male has to like go through these really elaborate. Yeah. Are female frogs choosy? It's like, I'm little and I want a nice big frog and you're only a medium frog, so I'm gonna rotate. Go away.
Just like using the word rotate. I'm gonna rotate. Just gonna rotate away from you.
It's the lady at the bar, and the guy walks up, and she just spins away from him.
Yep.
You know, she's like, "No, I want to be alone." And
well, males may coerce or harass women into mating.
Buy a drink. No,
go away.
Play dead.
She lay there like a slug.
Oh my gosh!
I just thought it was so dumb. So.
That's amazing. Anyway. That's a very good story. Driver who led the officers on a chase over the sidewalk through the park bit the cop's
I almost used this story.
Off. Yeah, so you saw this.
I did.
Prosecutors say a reckless driving suspect bit an NYPD officer's fingertip off. Like, not cool.
To the knuckle. All the way to the knuckle.
Just the top knuckle, but still.
That's awful.
Well, yeah, you want that part. I like that part of the finger.
I mean, any part of your body being bitten off sounds painful.
Yes, that's very true. A New York City police officer lofted his left ring finger up to the first knuckle. Ooh, do you think the first knuckle is this one?
That's what I thought. But
or this one that's close to the fingernail?
Just if it says tip, it's probably just that first one.
Knuckle. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyways,
I thought it was gross.
Either way, it's a bummer. So Lenny Rodriguez Cruz.
Was he watching Lord of the Rings recently?
My precious. I put my finger up.
I guess I don't understand. If I was being chased by police, I don't think that my inclination would be to like bite the officer hand.
I'm just sort of like, you think you're gonna get away because of that? Like, he's 28 years old. He could be sentenced to 25 years in prison.
Oh,
I kind of think that's like maximum. That's not gonna be.
Ugh.
The episode started shortly before midnight on September 20th, so this is a couple weeks old.
Okay.
A police officer patrolling the Jamaica section of Queens. Did you know that there's a Jamaica section of Queens?
There's stuff like that in every major city.
Spotted the young man driving a car with license plate that weren't registered to the vehicle. The officer tried to pull him over, but he sped off, mounted the sidewalk, and drove through a park, scattering parkgoers as they ran to safety. Rodriguez Cruz kept driving, hit 4 vehicles, including an unmarked police car. Well, that's just bad luck.
Did you say 12 o'clock a.m. or 12 o'clock p.m.?
It's midnight, I think, is what they were shooting.
Who the heck is walking through a park at midnight?
Mounted a park.
I guess it's New York.
Yeah, the city doesn't sleep. This is what I've heard. Patrolling in the Jamaica
It's just so crazy.
Started shortly before midnight. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Kept driving, hit 4 vehicles, which just happened to be an unmarked police car.
Oh.
The drivers of one of the cars that got hit was treated at the hospital for injuries.
Yikes.
When officers finally pulled them out of his crashed car, his breath smelled of alcohol, his speech was slurred, and there was a cup containing an alcoholic beverage inside the car.
Very well concealed. Good job.
I wonder what happened. He spit on the sergeant and then bit the fingertip off.
Ugh. It's just so... bleh.
Yeah, he got arraigned on Wednesday on charges including assault on a police officer, driving under the influence, and driving without a license. That's all kinds of bad.
Wow.
I just thought it was so crazy that he got bit. Like,
Ugh.
What a bummer.
Yeah. There's a lot of... Yeah. It's just...
Sorry, that was a little gross.
No, it's okay. I saw the story too, and I clicked on it originally, and I was like, man, maybe I won't use this because I saw the frog story instead, and I was like, that's a better story.
Yep.
But, just unfortunate for that police officer.
Yeah. That's something you can reattach, right? But how do you get it back? You probably swallowed it.
Ew, gross. Oh. That's a thought. I hope not.
That is a thought. Gross. All right, I think it's time to go. I almost said time to go to the money zone.
What does that mean?
That's what, there's a different podcast that calls their ads that. But see, our ads don't have money because we
don't either.
No, that's how it works, right? Our tiny little podcast, we love it, but we are not big enough to get sponsors. And even if we were, I'm not sure we would go that route. So we just make up sponsors, talk about things that we enjoy, things that we like. And so are you ready for Sponsor Your Life.
Yes, and you may go first today.
All right, because you have no idea what you want to say. All right, I was torn between either the...
You're clearly still torn.
Yep, just so... Oh my gosh, I'm just blanking. I forgot what I was going to say. I'm torn between the garbage disposal supplies, which is kind of dumb, or the Detroit Lions. I'm just very, very proud of the Detroit Lions. We've been watching them the last few weeks, and they've been winning, and it's weird, and it's exciting, and they've been sponsoring my life. I had a great afternoon on Sunday with the boys this past Sunday, and it was just an afternoon. You went and got groceries, and so it was the four of us, and it was a lot of like dogpiling and wrestling and watching football all at the same time. Typical. And that was a lot of fun. So, yeah. I'm very proud of them, and it's been a long time since the Lions have had like any kind of
anything noteworthy.
Yeah, we've only lost one game, and that was in overtime. I mean, this is huge.
Yeah, this is a good season so far. Yeah. So I will definitely be tuned in to see how they do.
Big, yeah. So I am very, very proud of our team. David Montgomery might have gotten hurt. I haven't heard what happened with all that, but hope he's doing well. But Lions are sponsoring my life today.
Nice. I guess I'll talk about the garbage disposal because that was kind of it was the only highlight of the weekend. We did not do anything, which is okay.
It was
very rainy and gross and everything. But yeah, I think it was Wednesday, maybe Thursday. Our garbage disposal just went out. And to be fair, it was a very old, at least 30 years old, I would say. Just super poor. It wasn't working well. When we moved in, I remember at our inspection, our inspector was like, "Oh, that thing sounds terrible. It doesn't sound very, it doesn't just sound like it's working correctly, and you'll probably want to replace that like right away." And we made it 7 months, and now we had to replace it. So it just died. So we got a new one, and we put it in.
I never installed it.
It was very, very easy.
Was disposal before. Yeah, it was, for all the bumps and bruises, it took very little time.
It was super easy. It was the process of actually doing it, which is always lengthened by having 4 children who either have to try to participate or gotta touch everything. So yeah, that was our Friday project. Friday project, and it went very well. Yeah. It was good, but yeah,
that was a very good time. Yeah, it just feels so accomplished. You know, it's just a satisfying feeling. I love that. All right, are you ready for our game?
Sure. I didn't prepare anything.
So this is it's time for another round of My Off-Brand Childhood. Now, we have done this game a number of times. The way it works is obviously as Midwestern people of lower middle class, we do a lot of off-brand stuff. As a kid, you don't get Honey Nut Cheerios, you get Honey Nut Toasted O's, right?
I mean, I shop at Aldi, so my kids still get that.
We didn't do Lucky Charms. When I was a kid, we got Marshmallow Mateys. Did you ever get those? It's like the big bag. Oh, it was like
cereal. What is that Malto Meal brand?
Yeah, yep. At we used Meyer to buy on the bottom shelf,
Meal,
right? Yep. Yeah.
It's cheaper when it comes in a bag. My parents, we didn't buy a lot of cereal, but if we did buy cereal for all 3 of us, that was
family for sure. So we've done My Off-Brand. So the game is My Off-Brand Childhood, and we pick a category or something, and we come up with off-brand versions of stuff. Okay. So we did like off-brand Christmas carols and off-brand. What did we do? Like Disney movies,
and books and all that.
We've done lots of goofy things, and so I thought with Halloween coming up that we should do My Off-Brand Childhood Halloween edition. So let's talk about Halloween costumes. For example, Green Swamp Man would be the Halloween costume for Shrek, right? So I posted this to all the socials like I usually do, and I posted it nice and early. Like I gave a lot of days for people to do it. People just did not understand the game. I got like 2 suggestions. They were not good. But just because the socials failed us doesn't mean the rest of the internet will. So I found an article, 37 hysterical knockoff Halloween costumes.
Nice.
So I am going to give you the title, and I want you to try and guess at what it might be.
Okay.
And then if that's too hard just on the title, I'll start to describe it.
Okay.
And we'll have to figure out who it is. Okay,
go.
So it's a reindeer mascot costume.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Nope. That's a famous one, but it's more recent. It's a reindeer that's famous more recently from a movie.
A reindeer that's famous from a movie? Dasher?
Nope.
Prancer?
No, much more recently. Like a movie that came out in the last 10 years.
I haven't watched any movies about reindeer.
There's a guy who really likes reindeer, and he sings songs to them.
Oh, it's Kristoff? Oh,
What?
Sven.
Sven, there you go, Sven. Sven the reindeer mascot costume from Frozen Olaf Friend cartoon. That's the title of it. It looks crazy. His eyes are like going the wrong way, and his mouth looks like, you know, like the monkey mouth that's made of coconuts.
Yeah.
Right? Like that with teeth. With
That sounds
pointy
terrifying.
teeth. Yeah, it does not look good.
It's like the stuff nightmares are made of. It's truly a Halloween costume.
All right, this costume title, this is from Spirit Halloween. It's White Clam Seltzer.
Is it seriously a bottle of White Claw?
Yes.
Oh
it's
my
a guy
gosh.
dressed like a can of White Claw, but it's white clam.
Whew, boy, that's special.
All right. Pubescent Frog of Silent War. I don't know what Silent War is about, but it's
Frog Prince or something? Like
Nope.
Kermit the Frog?
Pubescent frog, but fighting. Of Silent War. Pubescent Frog of Silent War. So it's not a frog. It's something kind of like a frog. And it's not pubescent. It's another word for pubescent.
Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
There you go.
Why frog?
Pubescent Frog of Silent War. And it's clearly a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Silent War. Ninja. A sneaky,
Right?
I guess.
Sneaky.
Yeah. Is this the really bad Chinese translation?
No, but I bet that's where they get their titles
Yeah,
from,
it's
right?
like-
they feed it
yeah.
into a translator, and what comes out is what they...
Mistranslated. Yeah.
Evil Midweek Cutie.
Oh, is it like Wednesday Addams?
It is. It's Wednesday.
Oh my gosh. That's so midweek. That's so weird.
Evil Midweek Cutie. That costume is $17.54. $20 for this one. It looks like it's a black wig with the braids.
You can literally make that yourself.
A little black dress with a bat brooch and then white and black striped socks. All right.
Very nice.
Sponge Baby Short Plush Adult Mascot Funny Costume.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob SquarePants, except he looks terrifying.
Oh my gosh.
The off-brand version, the eyes are not... You know how SpongeBob has big long eyes, like big ovals? It's like circle eyes. And it's very alarming. It doesn't.
SpongeBob doesn't have oval eyes. He has circle eyes. I made a Halloween costume for myself that was SpongeBob one year.
I'll have to look at the picture again because when I show you this, you'll agree there's something wrong with his eyes. Okay, this one you might need a description of the costume to get.
Okay.
Bossy Salem Sister.
Is it one of the Hocus Pocus characters?
Yes, well done. Yeah, it's
one of the
main
Sanderson
one.
sisters.
Yep.
Yeah.
It has the dress and the wig. It's the red wig.
Oh,
right?
okay.
But
I'm not like a crazy Hocus
I watched
Pocus
it as a
fan,
kid.
so
I didn't see the new one. But
I don't even remember their names.
Oh, Goofy Salem Sister.
Oh,
the
another
other
one of the
one.
Sanderson
Right.
sisters.
Okay, I love this one. This is a double costume. There's two options, and they have nothing to do with one another.
Oh, dear,
But
okay.
both fit. So the first one is Cyberman.
Cyberman?
Yep. So that's one option, Cyberman.
It's not Steve Jobs, is it?
No. The other option, so this costume kind of looks like this,
Okay.
is Padre.
Is it like Darth Vader?
Nope, Cyberman or Padre. But keep thinking, you're on the right track.
Cyberman?
Hmm.
Like, it doesn't have anything to do with the internet.
Oh, yeah.
Internet?
Not
computer,
internet, but yeah, the...
Computer, digital,
So Padre, what's Padre?
father,
Yep, but like...
dad.
The costume, what's it going to look like?
What's it going to look like? Father? Like a priest?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So who's the Cyberman who looks like...
Oh, is it the Matrix?
It's Neo
oh
from
my
the Matrix.
gosh, this is painful. Cyberman?
It's a robe with sunglasses, but then Padre is the same thing with a hat and a cross necklace and a Bible. They're like the same costume. It's in the same bag. There's like a little picture for Padre.
It's a 2-for-1. In case you're offended by this. Here, try this option instead. Oh, yes.
This one is just amazing. It's a guy with eyeliner, and it says Aqua Hero with temporary tattoos.
Aquaman?
Aquaman. Because Jason Momoa has the
Aqua
tattoo.
Hero?
Aqua Hero.
With eyeliner. It's just men's makeup.
Because Jason Momoa, like in the movie, his tattoos look like a net, right? Like it's like all the way up the arm. It's like a whole sleeve, and this is just fake. This one's terrible. Blue Speed Mouse.
Blue Speed Mouse?
Hmm?
It's not actually a mouse, is it?
No.
Blue?
Mm-hmm.
Blue Speed Mouse?
Yep, he's known for being really fast.
Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog.
There you go.
That's painful. It's not even close.
The costume is a plastic face mask that looks exactly like Sonic.
Yeah.
And then a blue T-shirt, and it's like, well, come on. God.
Lazy Man's Blue Speed Mouse.
Okay, this one's my favorite. Okay.
Okay.
It's not really. I can't have you guess it because if I read it, it's a pun. The title is a pun. Okay. It's a lad in a costume. And it's a vest and a turban.
Aladdin, really?
A lad in a costume. Aladdin.
So they just separated the word so that they wouldn't get in trouble with Disney for stealing.
Isn't that clever?
Ooh, boy. Or lazy.
Oh, I love it. All right, so this one is spiked tea.
Spiked Mr. T?
No.
Oh.
So I'll describe it. The can. It's.
Oh, is it like twisted lemonade or something?
Yes, it's twisted tea. But on the can, so it's a yellow can, looks just like it, and it says two-fisted tea, hard iced tea, and it's got all the rest of the labels.
That's so weird.
And it's like, it packs a punch, right? But on the top label of the can, it says unoriginal, 24 ounce. Unoriginal.
Ooh, okay.
Two-fisted tea.
We're very confident in our marketing skills.
Wow,
that's just lazy.
Blue Gnome Father.
Papa Smurf.
Papa Smurf. Yep.
Oh my god.
And it looks like red pants and a red hat and a fake beard and a blue shirt. That's it. I mean, it's just.
That's so weird.
$2 at the.
I was gonna say you could just paint your whole body blue and.
There you go. Go the Tobias Funke route. There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Fantastic Magician Boy.
Harry Potter.
Yep.
Fantastic. Oh boy.
I think that's amazing.
That's a real winner.
Plumber Guy.
Mario.
Yeah.
So really what they did was somebody just opened up a thesaurus and was like, what word could we just sub in? It doesn't need to be like an exact one for one. We just need to sub in a random word for
Plumber Guy. It's dungarees, a t-shirt, and a hat.
Wow. Wow.
Then there's Green Italian Plumber.
Luigi.
Yep. That's
Wow. That's very creative.
And then Bad Plumber's Mate costume.
I don't remember the characters.
Wow, Luigi's the
that's
purple
right.
one. Yep.
Bad Plumber's Mate.
Okay, so this is pretty good. Just Juice Demon.
Juice Demon?
It's a coat, tie, pants, and collar.
Is it like Monster Energy drink?
Nope. Although that's pretty good.
Juice Demon?
Nope. It's more about the name. Like they're almost trying to. How do I hint at this? Juice Demon from a movie.
Juice Demon.
Has nothing to do with juice, but it sounds like it.
Beetlejuice.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. That's so dumb.
Beetlejuice off-brand costume called Juice Demon.
His name has nothing. His character has nothing to do with juice.
I don't know how to describe this one. It says Chinchilla Costume Gull, and costume is spelled with a K, and it the chinchilla looks not like a chinchilla.
Is it Pikachu?
It is. Wow, good job. I thought there's no way you're gonna figure out the chinchilla.
I was just imagining something that looks nothing like a chinchilla because chinchillas have rounded ears. I'm like, this character probably has like pointed ears.
Yep.
What has pointed ears and is small? Oh, it's definitely Pikachu.
It's definitely Pikachu. It's yellow and has spots and it has like a hood that looks exactly like Pikachu.
Wow.
A very off-brand
Chikachu.
Chikachu. Yeah, that's basically.
Chinchilla-chu.
It's not Pikachu. It's a Chikachu. All right.
Oh, that's bad.
So this one is a chocolate. There are 5.
An M&M.
Yes, it's an.
That's lazy.
You can't
Chocolate,
say. So it's just 5 M's in a row, and it's just this fantastic. I thought it was a tomato. Just looking at it, like it's just a red circle with the face on it, and I. Yeah.
You could make that yourself without,
Okay, I'll be honest. Thinking about it right now in this very moment, I can't think of the actual name of the character.
Okay.
Right? So the name of the costume is Kill Lady Volume 1.
Oh, Kill Bill?
It's Kill Bill. It's like a yellow jumpsuit with a plastic katana.
Like those, yeah.
What's this? Yeah, is it katana?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, katana. That's what it's called. Anyways, what's that lady's name? Kill Bill. I've only seen the movie.
I've never seen the movie. I just know the actresses, Uma Thurman, right? I've never seen the movie, so I have no idea. That's really my style of movie, JJ. You know me very well.
It's true. You're very into it. Oh, check it out. There is a costume company called Charades that makes fake costumes.
Oh, boy.
That's pretty good. This one's really tricky. Web Slinger Boy.
Oh, my gosh. They must be talking about Superman, right?
Oh, my gosh. I'm so excited about this
Spider-Man.
one. This is a $5 costume. You can see the tag. It's Unusual Events.
Stranger Things?
Stranger Things. It's an L costume.
Wow. It's a real winner right there.
Messy Mystery Man.
Messy?
Yep. Messy Mystery Man.
Messy Mystery Man.
He solves crimes, and he's the sloppy one of the group, of the gang.
He solves crimes.
It's a cartoon TV show.
It's not Inspector Gadget.
No. Messy Mystery Man. You might also call him Hippie Mystery Man.
Why am I having such a hard time with this?
He has a little buddy who's a dog, and they eat a lot. And now I'm having fun because you can't figure it out. Let's see. He's kind of the goofy.
Oh, Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. So Messy Mystery Man is Shaggy.
Shaggy. Yeah.
Shaggy.
Okay.
Messy,
that makes sense.
It's kind of fun. Once you see that, it's like an orange wig with like
I see.
and then a green shirt. You know. To the tune
Couldn't have just said 70s pothead. It wouldn't have been.
I never caught that as a kid. Never. Okay, so this one is Lost Girl.
Lost Girl?
Yep, and it's based on a series of books about a boy who is often lost, and he has a very distinctive outfit and glasses and a hat.
Waldo?
Uh-huh. So this is a girl.
Oh, Where's Wanda?
Yeah, yep. Lost Girl.
Wow.
And this one just says superhero, metal hero.
Metal? Iron Man?
Yeah, it's just Iron Man, except the chest piece is a diamond instead of a circle. Because it's just
lazy.
All right, last but definitely not least. You'll never guess this. I feel bad because it's Factory Worker Girl.
Factory Worker Girl?
Yep, from a very popular book that was turned into multiple movies, and there's a new one coming out, an origin story. But those are not girls. They are boys. They're all boys in the movie and or book. They work in a factory making candy.
Willy Wonka?
Yeah, it's an Oompa Loompa costume, but it's a girl, Factory Worker Girl. And it's like orange and with a green wig and a little brown.
That's weird. Wow, that's weird.
Some of those were really good, and some of them got a little arduous.
Grown-worthy.
A little bit grown-worthy. But that is my off-brand childhood Halloween costume edition. Hey, everybody. Wow. Thanks so much for tuning in to this ridiculous and goofy podcast. We love making it. We hope you love listening to it. If you do appreciate it, head over to Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Leave us a review. You can give us a 5-star. You can actually write out a review. That helps more people find this fun, goofy stuff. And have I talked enough to give you time to find your mom joke of the week?
Oh, I had it already.
Oh, shoot. I was just going, I don't know.
You were just riffing. All right. So, in keeping with the Halloween theme, my mom joke of the week is Halloween themed.
Yes.
All right. So, why does a witch ride on a broomstick?
Because the vacuum cleaner cord isn't long enough.
Oh, that's a pretty good guess. So she can make a clean getaway.
Nice. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.